Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, All Things Taylor, just in time for a brand new Motivation Monday courtesy of the Talks with Taeler Hendrix podcast, which airs every Tuesday on channelattitude.com. All right, everybody, before we dive right into today's motivation, I have some really interesting stuff to talk about. Please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, tell your friends to subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts on today's episode of Motivation Monday. All right, guys, as you may or may not know, I am a former teacher. I have worked with kids with the YMCA, with different preschools, and I've worked with a lot of different age groups varying between 2 and 16 years old. I have worked with kids with Asperger's, Alzheimer's, Down syndrome, kids that were, their first language was not English. I've had a lot of different experiences with different walks of life and different learning abilities and so forth. And being a student that grew up in the system and going to a couple of different colleges, as well as a kid that grew up to ultimately pursue their childhood dreams, there's a lot of stuff that I have learned and a lot of disappointments I have had to overcome to ultimately be the person that I am talking with you guys today. And there is something that I can say with complete earnestness, 100% honesty, and a lot of candid truth bombs. And this is one of them. You are not taught half as much as you need to know in school to be a productive, financially secure, intelligent member of society. You are only taught about 20% of what you actually need to know in our education system. Our education system is designed for a reason to make you beholden to certain systems that are designed to keep you ignorant and keep you in the dark, while subliminally thinking that they are empowering you, but really they're keeping you at a certain level because you're more easily controlled at that level. A lot of people in society right now want to blame the rich for a lot of things. And the funny thing is that may sound appropriate, but it's actually the opposite. The government has designed these programs and these education systems to keep you ignorant of what's really going on. It's one big magic show. Okay, nobody is coming to save you. Except you, not your mama, not your favorite sports team, not your government, you, okay? And if you don't come from a rich family, like I do not, then you need to ultimately become the rich family. You need to create one from within yourself, okay? A lot of people want to talk about, oh, blame the rich, tax the rich, or generational wealth. A lot of people talk on social media as if they actually know what's going on, when in reality, they're just spewing the stuff that they've subliminally been fed to make them think that they're smart when they're not, okay? A lot of rich people, they learned from other people that were successful and rich, okay? Our education system does not want you to be rich and successful. It wants you to be beholden. It wants you to stay at a level. It wants you to be a sheep or a lamb that doesn't ask questions, that does not get out of line, and it just quietly marches itself to the slaughter. That is the reality. Okay, a lot of rich people, they found out, like what I'm telling you right now, you were only taught 20% of what you need to know in school. The other 80% is up to you. It's your responsibility to go out there and find it. There are so many breadcrumbs to every different avenue of success from so many different people who have achieved that success that you want. It's just, how bad do you want it? Okay, are you paying the daily rent that we talk about on this YouTube channel all the time? Are you paying the daily rent, those habits, those consistent motivations, those trials and errors and those sacrifices? Are you paying those daily rents for that success that you ultimately want? Or are you just one of those people that complains on social media, acting like you deserve something that somebody else has, but really that person worked hard for it and you didn't? You get what you work for in a lot of instances, okay? And sometimes it's about making different choices. It's about creating better habits and absorbing better information, okay? A lot of the people that are rich, they have a lot of the same habits because they work. And the reason why a lot of you don't know about them is because the governments don't want you to, because they want you to be beholden to them. But in reality, nobody is going to save you except you. No one. All right? I want you guys to start saying this to yourselves every day. You work hard because you have to, because you can't F up, because nobody is coming for you. There is no backup, okay? You are the only quarterback. That's it. There's no B team. There's no other quarterback. It's just you. If you get hurt, you're done. That's it. It's just you. Nobody is coming to help you. Nobody is coming to save you. Your favorite sports team is not going to put a roof over your head, food on your table to sustain you. Nobody. Not your mama, not your best friend, not your social media followers, not your swipe rights, not your anything. Just you. And if you do not come from generational wealth, if you do not come from a rich family, then it is your responsibility to go out there and create one. Be the adult you needed as a kid. okay? You had dreams, and small minds in your education told you that you weren't shit. They told you that, you were crazy for having these dreams. Small minds in your education system told you you weren't good enough, okay? They told you that you should strive for the norm, okay? Not the risky, not the glamorous. They wanted you to be poor by keeping up with the Joneses and settling. You don't need to settle, okay? Small minds kill more dreams than the act of going out into the world and actually trying to pursue those dreams. Because even if you fail, guys, you still tried. Whereas there are millions of people every day who don't even get up enough courage to even try because their head was filled with so much self-doubt from all these different people who knew they could never do it. So there's no way that you could, which is all just a reflection of them and has nothing to do with you. So why are you not seeking out that 80% of the information? Why are you not reading Think Smart, Grow Rich? Why are you not reading The Intelligent Investor or other critical thinking books? A couple years ago, I really went out and discovered a lot and learned a lot of different financial information and really analyzed what we're taught versus what we need to know. And there was this amazing video, which is actually now making its rounds again on social media, and it really changed my perspective. One of the men from Shark Tank broke it down and he agreed there's so much we're not taught in school that we need to know, and that's by design, it's on purpose. He said at one point in our society, if you saved 10% of your salary every time you got paid until you were 65 years old, when you retired at 65, you would have $1.65 million. We're not taught that in school. Not even if you take statistics, which I did. You're not taught that kind of stuff. You're not taught how to balance a checkbook. You're not taught how to invest. You're not taught anything that will make you more successful. You're not taught how to make your money work for you, okay? Why are you not reading Smart Money? Again, are you paying the daily rent for the goals that you want, for the success that you want to arrive at, for the generational wealth that you want to provide for your family and your family's families? Are you doing that? You are capable of it, but are you actually following through on that and doing that? These are questions to ask yourself, okay? I want to break some of this down for you guys while you're digesting all the stuff that I am so animated to say. All right, I came across a post from Fortune magazine that actually broke down some of these analytics for you. Okay, they break them down into 6 US cities and 2 figures per city. One, what it takes to actually be financially wealthy, and the other figure, what it means to be financially comfortable in that city. 2 very different figures and 2 very different statuses, okay? Both admirable. So Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States, if you want to be considered financially wealthy, then you need a net worth of over $2.5 million. Now in Atlanta, if you want to be considered financially comfortable, you need about $771,000 a year. In Boston, this one hurt deep. Whew. All right, in Boston, to be considered financially wealthy, you need a net worth of $2.7 million. Now, if you want to be considered financially comfortable, you need roughly $892,000 a year. In Chicago, Illinois, if you want to be considered financially wealthy, then you need to have a net worth of over $2.5 million. Now, this one's more than Boston, actually. If you want to be considered financially comfortable in Chicago, then you need $956,000 a year. In Dallas, Texas, to be considered financially wealthy, you need a net worth of $2.6 million. To be financially comfortable in Dallas, $840,000. All right. Denver, Colorado, if you want to be considered financially wealthy, you need a net worth of $2.3 million. And to be considered financially comfortable, roughly $671,000. If you want to be considered financially wealthy in Houston, Texas, you actually need the same as Dallas. You need for financially wealthy $2.6 million. However, to be financially comfortable, it's actually more than Dallas. Houston, to be financially comfortable, you need roughly $919,000 a year. And crazy staggering numbers, guys, in San Francisco, California, if you want to be just comfortable, just financially comfortable, we're not talking wealthy, just financially comfortable, this is mind-blowing, you need $1.7 million to be financially comfortable, not wealthy, not generational wealth, just comfortable. $1.7 million. This is a $1.3 million increase in just a year. Just 1 year, guys. That is insane. So think about those numbers and think about how all the stuff you were taught in school does not help you to even be comfortable. Don't you think at the very least you should try to be comfortable? If you want to set the bar low, don't you think that you deserve to be comfortable? Okay, we're talking about almost $1 million for several major cities throughout the continental US. That is insane. Remember, no one is coming to save you. Do not wait for an apology from all these different people that hurt you and tore you down and did all kinds of bad things for you. That apology is not coming. And if it does, a lot of times it's not sincere. It's just bullshit, okay? Those people that hurt you, they're the same people that are going to blame you for how you reacted to them hurting you. Those are narcissists. They're not your people. Those are the same people that don't understand what we're talking about right now. Those are not your people. You do not need to be one of those people, and you do not have time for people like that in your life. Take your life into your own hands. Start working towards the life that you need. Pay that daily rent so you can achieve that level of success. Thank you, everybody. Thumbs up, comment below.